Rush.
I love my father. I love my father.
Damn, son.
I'm trying to come up off the road.
All right, we're back here with another interview, another special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
I go by the name of Project Sando.
Project Sando,
Yep.
how you doing today?
I'm doing good, bro. It's good to finally meet you for sure.
Yep.
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
We've been tapped in for the past couple of weeks and
Mhm.
tried to get an interview with him. Gladly he agreed,
Made it happen out here in LA in the apartment.
Yep. So, first thing I want to talk about
Mm.
is Pick It Up on Tails,
Mhm.
your latest album.
Yeah.
So how did that come together? Like,
Well, a lot happened before that. Cause Pick It Up on Tails is the only thing I have out right now. It's just the debut project. I like to think of it more as like a tape for sure, like a mixtape. Definitely not a full album, just because I was younger when I was making it and stuff. Um, but it came together through because I was recording with friends before, just kind of messing around. And we made like a little. It was like 7 of me and my friends. Uh, One of us knew how to produce, and then we were always just at the homie's house because he had all the studio equipment and stuff, just messing around, writing, just on bullshit, like nothing serious at all, just really, really messing around, like on some true SoundCloud stuff. And we released like a little tape with everybody. And me and my roommate Zarson, he goes by Zarson. Um, People would just tell us that like we stood out on it, even though we were just messing around. They're like, no, your parts were actually like really good, you know. So I don't know. We took it to heart. We've always had a passion for writing and stuff. Um, and so I guess Pick It Up on Tails was me taking it serious. You know, I took a break from like really cooking behind the scenes. Speaking of Zarson, this fool just walked in. What's up, bro? Um, but yeah, took a break from like messing around and just kind of locking in. So Pick It Up on Tails is just a product of like, let me see what I can do if I focus on music, you know?
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so it came together like that. The concepts and stuff I found throughout, but yeah, it's pretty much like how it started because I'm still really early into my career, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first thing, and that's pretty much how it came about. Yeah.
And if y'all don't know what tape he's talking about BRKY Boys.
You know about the BRKY Boys tape? No, you're not supposed to plug that one. Don't go look for that one.
Go look for that one.
No, no.
On SoundCloud.
No.
But that's crazy that you say you consider Pick It Up on Tails like a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me anyways, an album is like something like well thought out. You have structure in it.
Yeah.
It's not just a bunch of songs thrown together. And you might have a whole idea, a whole message that you're trying to send.
Yeah.
And I feel like you really did on Pick It Up on Tails.
Well, I did have a theme for it. It was the theme of Pick It Up on Tails was karma. I think the only reason I'm not calling it an album is just because like I made it at home. It's super like from scratch, you know.
Yeah.
But there definitely was a theme, and I followed it through and through. Maybe some songs I kind of veered off. Like listening back now, some of the stuff sounds like it could have just been separate. Yeah, but yeah, there definitely was a theme. So tape album, it's there. There was like a concept for it for sure. Yeah.
So what was the overall message for that album? Like what were you trying to convey, I guess?
Yeah, so Pick It Up on Tails is like you ever hear somebody talk about don't split the pole when you're walking. You never cheers like water with alcohol. There's certain like things you do that are like because they're bad luck, you know. When I was in 4th grade, I remember walking in the hallway with
I got money, I got digits, I got codeine in the stash. I got bitches on my dick and I got police on my ass. I got hundreds, I got benches, I could throw it in your lap.
Alright, so on one of your songs from Pick It Up.
You look at me like I started.
But fuck with the BRKY Boys, you will not fare well. Kick his ass straight down the motherfucking stairwell.
Pick it up. Correct.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, but off one of your songs from Pick It Up on Tails. There you go. Pray for the Glow.
Yes.
You talk about battles with like addiction and
Yeah.
suicide and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, and artists that promote drug use, like how you looked up to them.
Yeah.
So
Wow, I'm glad you caught that. I'm
yeah.
really glad you caught that. Yeah, that's dope.
So, is that something that you were going through, like personally at the
Yeah,
time?
definitely. Making that album for sure. I'm on a whole nother album right now. We'll get to that, but sober is I don't know what's sober, but sober is whatever, for this
Yeah,
new one. This last one, no, not so much. And more so just from when I was younger, just doing stupid shit. Um, but going back to what you said about like artists promoting drug use, like I don't know. There's some people that are like weed isn't a gateway drug or whatever, or but it can be. You know what I mean? I don't think so personally, but it can be for
other
someone like
people.
myself that's curious. I
Yeah,
was just a curious kid, you know what I mean? And like I loved the sensations of life, and drugs enhance that. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, let's go test out some other sensations, I guess.
that'll do it.
Um, but yeah, and I guess I don't know, it was something I was going through, and I was thinking, because you're talking about on Pick It Up on Tail, or I'll Pray for the Glow, where I was talking about how artists are like, all my idols are drug
Yep,
addicts.
yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna just be one of them then. I mean, I know this was like 2 years ago, but I was younger and less mature for sure. So that's how I thought. And it was a struggle of mine. No lie, it's no longer a struggle of mine at all. But yeah, it definitely was. And it helped with some of the music. Like that music was a product of that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't get that music without me doing some of that stuff. And you don't get this next project that I'm making without me being sober. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it all happened for a reason, and there's some type of poetic justice that's happening in there. But yeah, it was a struggle of mine. Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing, man. Because
Yeah.
I was listening to that like at like 3 a.m. last night.
Really?
Yeah, and you finished off that part, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
god damn, that's
Yeah.
artistry right
That's
there.
one of my favorite songs that I've ever made. Pray for the Glow. That one is like top two for me that I've ever made to this day, even with all the songs I got now.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's hard.
Thank you, bro.
So how do you like going back to the artists, like you looking up to artists that
Hmm.
did that stuff? How do you feel about when artists do like glorify drug use? I feel like there's a difference though. Like
Hmm.
there is glorifying it, but then there's also talking about it excessively because that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Like
I
they're
mean,
telling you not to, you know?
it's some people's lives. Like it's not you're not gonna hear that in my music because it's not my life. It's not my life. But like, let's take Future for an example. Like, we'll take it back to like Coding Crazy or something. Like, sometimes it's a call for help, and like, it's all he knew at the time. He's talking about different stuff now, but like, there are people that glorify it. That like, you can tell it's like not genuine. They're just trying to talk about something. I think, but then there's people that are like just going through it, and it's coming out in the music. Like, and something I don't like is when like an artist gets off of stuff. Like, remember Chance the Rapper
Yeah,
when he made that tape when he was off
acid.
acid,
Yeah,
yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, he found a wife and is off drugs. He needs to get back on the acid." No,
yeah. I hate when people
definitely
do
not.
that. Nah.
Y'all are just happy that you're happy from the music that was made from the acid and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like people don't give artists a chance to grow and stuff, and sometimes the artist can get boxed into, I don't know, talking about drugs because it's what sells or whatever. But I think it's either it's what's selling and it's what people want to hear, or it's what people are actually going through for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like you can separate? I mean, you feel like people should separate the art from the artist, or like, do you believe
Yeah.
the art and the artist?
I always struggle with this one because it's like even if you're a Kanye fan,
I was
you
just
know,
about to bring him up. That's
yeah.
why.
If you're a Kanye fan, because I always think like I don't know why I don't want to be separated from my art. I am my art. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I am the vessel for my art. So it's like I just have to do a good job of reflecting that outside of the music too, because I'm an artist outside the music. Like I like to express myself just in general. Um, so I would never want to I don't know. I wouldn't want to be separated. I want my art to be celebrated because my art is me. You know, but I don't know. I think about this a lot, like parasocial relationships with
Yeah.
like
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's really bad. And like right now, I won't give Kanye a single stream for that Twitter rant he just went on. I tried, bro, to defend him for the longest. You just can't after a while, you know.
Yeah,
But that is, and who knows what's going on with him, but he is the person that gave us all that art. You know what I mean? That art did come from that person, and maybe you can just listen to that as like a singularity, like just the music, you know,
yeah,
and just pretend that the art is its own thing. But it came from someone. That's my take on it. But I always go back and forth on it.
that's a good take. I
Yeah,
mean, me personally, I just listen to the music. I mean,
yeah.
I see the Twitter. I'm like Kanye tripping again. It's like,
Kanye tripping. Yeah, let me go listen to Graduation. I'll cleanse my ears off. Yeah, no, that's how it is though, for sure. Because the music is so good, so it's like you got you.
you
I
gotta
guess in
listen
that
to it.
sense, like yeah, like let me separate. Like let me act like I'm not listening to Twitter Kanye. I'm listening to
Yeah,
08 Kanye right
yeah. And
now.
if I see you in real life, like I gotta give you some words of wisdom real quick before you, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
anyways, your new album that's coming out.
Hmm.
You made an announcement video for Junkyard.
Junkyard,
It's
yep.
coming out in March. It's
Hmm.
coming March. You gotta
Yeah,
go check that out when it comes out.
for sure, yep.
Um, so there was a mural in the announcement video
Hmm.
of somebody named Reese Grant Cobb.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so who was, I wanted to know like who he was to
yeah.
you
So,
because
first of all, I need a little bit of backstory here. Like, uh, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna do the rollout and stuff for this, and I worked with the girl's voice that you hear over that video is this girl I worked with, Divine Flow. She's dope. She's in the same music program as me. She just has a really powerful tone in her. Like, if you ever were to meet her, it's like her words just like do something to you. It's weird. Like some people just have that voice where it's like it's meant to be heard. You know,
yeah,
even outside her music, just talking like she's super inspiring. So that's why I had her like because that's gonna be the intro to Junkyard. So the tone of that is pretty heavy. Uh, so I was hitting up people like who I know that's similar to me, kind of thinks like me, and has just gone through I don't know the same kind of stuff that life has to offer. And I thought of my cousin Santi. That's who's in that video hooping.
yeah,
Yeah, my cousin Santi. And that was his. I don't want to speak too much on it because that was his uh, best friend, one of his best friends. But that was someone that unfortunately passed away, and he knew him. And we were in this DSST that's back in Denver. Um, that's where he knew him from. They went to school together and stuff, and play sports together and stuff. So that was like I'd have to tell you what the junkyard is, like the concept of the junkyard for you to get it a little more, but that court is his junkyard. Like and we'll get into that. Like that's
okay,
yeah, that was just one of his friends. And he wanted it to be part of the video and I was like, this is actually perfect. That would be great, I think. But yeah, rest in peace for sure.
yeah. Rest in peace.
Hmm.
Um, I did want to ask you about the concept of Junkyard though. If
Yeah.
you were able to share anything before the album comes out, like
Yeah. I've been
what?
excited to share. It switches up a lot. Like I've had a lot of different drafts of what it means. I know what it means in my head. It's definitely more abstract this time around. But to put it simpler, like I can give you the themes of it.
Okay.
You hear this shit? Loud as hell. Hold up. Um, the themes of it is becoming and identity. So like what makes you you. Uh, and I guess an example of that is like just even in life, like me and you are gonna walk away from this interview, even though we're talking to each other in the same exact couch, same exact house, smelling the same things, hearing the same things. You're gonna have your own unique perspective on what went down today, and I'll never remember it as your memory. I'll remember it as my memory. We're gonna think about it differently. So the junkyard is my psyche. It's like life, you know. No one will ever walk in my shoes, and if you can, it's gonna be different feeling than when I walked in them, you know. So it's becoming, uh, and it's like to find yourself and to figure out who you are. You got to figure out who you once were and where you're going for, and all the stuff in between. And that takes like a lot of like psychological breakdown um, to be like, well, maybe I'm this way with money because this happened to me as a kid. Maybe I'm this way with women because failed relationship or something. You know what I mean? So you got to break down everything that you were to find out what you will be. I think so. That's what the junkyard is going to be.
I gotta dap you up for that one.
Yeah.
Nigga was cried.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I was talking about that with my friend like
Mhm.
a little bit ago today. It's like damn, but damn, just
Yes.
keep. Damn. You know who you remind me of?
Uh,
Like high key, like young J Cole, like
oh, that's
the
huge,
warm
bro.
up J Cole,
Yeah,
like
that's huge. That's my favorite artist of all time. The GOAT. The
for
GOAT.
real.
Yeah, that's my favorite
So
artist all time.
no points lost for apologizing after this.
I mean, I felt a little way because obviously I wanted to go see him. Like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. You talk all this shit. You talk all this shit. Come on. But I don't know. You see what people are saying. I don't want to get on the tangent here, but they're like, no, he won the beef for real. He
Get on
walked
the
about
tangent, bro.
unscathed.
Get on the tangent. I'm one of those people. I think he won that beef.
I think so too.
Hey,
Because listen, he goes back to he's got a wife and kids at home. He's not getting called a pedophile, a cheater. At most, they're like, bro's kind of pussy.
yeah.
But like,
What
you
can you
think
say
he
about his
cares?
bars though?
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
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 Not a damn thing.
Yeah. Shout out J. Cole, bro. Oh my goodness.
For real.
The GOAT for sure.
I
No, I
wanted-
appreciate you though.
Yeah.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. BRKY Records. So y'all know about BRKY Boys. Once again, go check out BRKY
Bro,
Boys.
do not go check that shit out. I'm telling you, don't go check it out.
Go check out BRKY Boys.
I'm gonna delete that shit off SoundCloud.
Nah, that shit is fire, y'all. He's tripping. But BRKY Records. What is BRKY Records?
So BRKY Records it's on the back burner right now. It was something that started with me, Zarson, and then another one of the homeboys. But that's it's like our collective, right? And BRKY stands for been real knowing you. You know, like when you take off somewhere, it's been real knowing you. You're gone now. You know, or be real, know you. Yeah, like be real and know who you are. And that's something we just kind of lived by. It was something we were trying to do, and I think we will eventually be able to do it. But we want to be able to like help other artists elevate, curate music, scout, release things under as if it's our own label. It's just kind of a collective like ASAP, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
But that's not a focus of ours right now, and it hasn't been for a couple months now. But it is a beautiful thing, and it's still something to live by. Like be real and know you, and then sometimes you got to leave people behind when you're
trying to elevate yourself.
when you're trying to elevate. So it's like it's been real knowing you because it has been it's real knowing everybody. Like you get, I don't know, even the people you hate. Like it's been real knowing them, but I don't know. There's like a next step you got to take, So sometimes you got to elevate, and that's what it is. Yeah, but that's not the focus right now. It will be one day, but that's on the back burner at the moment.
Word.
Yeah.
This nigga is enlightened, y'all. Like he got wisdom for real.
Appreciate it.
So what are some of your dream collabs that you would like to
Oh,
do?
dream collabs off
Yeah.
rip. I can give you a couple, and they're not huge. They're not like huge
Even
artists.
better. Even better.
Femdot.
Femdot? Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope. That would be a dope
I would
collab.
love to work with Femdot. Like my biggest one, Saba for sure. If I can get on a song with Saba, then I feel like I made it for sure. Because behind J. Cole is Saba for me.
Yeah.
And like I want to say J. Cole, but by the time I'm on, like bro's gonna be like 40s on, like, No disrespect, but yeah, Saba, and then McJenkins. Like if I could get on a song with any of them,
that would be hard.
Oh my goodness.
And that would sound amazing too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, definitely. That "Pray for the Glow" is a McJenkins type beat.
damn, didn't even know that.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, very heavily inspired by them. I try and hit up Femdot on Twitter sometimes or like in the comments or something. I haven't even got a like back, but we'll get there.
He just need to hear it and then
Yeah, he just needs to hear it first. But shout out all of them; they're super amazing. And like I like I mean they're all huge, obviously, they're like in their own ways, and they made their impacts and stuff. But those are like dream collabs for me for sure. Just because their music is just, I don't know, it's so unique and different. Like that's kind of the tilt I want to be on. I want to be remembered in that that bracket of hip hop. Yeah.
That would be a really dope bracket too. Since we're on the topic, like what artists are you listening to right now? Like what are they?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, when people ask this, I kind of struggle because it's like ever since making music, I've listened to a lot less music. Just because I don't find myself enjoying it as much. Obviously, I do, but sometimes I find myself just like
you just burnt out.
No, not burnt out. Just like, dang, how did they do this with the mix? I got to figure it out instead of just like enjoying the music.
Word.
I'm trying to like figure out the music, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I dig too deep into it sometimes. But 2 Chainz, Larry June, right now. Thug is always in rotation. Young
Young
Thug is
Thug.
always in rotation. He will never leave ever. Uh, J. Cole all the time. I'm trying to think of who else I'd have to listen. Me, honestly, I listen to my new project so much because I genuinely do love it.
I
And
would
it feels
too.
narcissistic, but like,
Nah, not at all.
yeah, I love my new music so much. So I listen to me a lot. Zarson, his new project is insane.
Fired.
His new
Yeah.
project is insane, and I listen to that all the time. Just super inspiring. I
Ocean
get really
Breeze.
inspired from his. Y'all go check out Zarson.
Yeah. Zarson,
sure.
Ocean Breeze, right? It's Ocean Breeze.
Ocean Breeze, that's a single, but Sunny
Single.
Show.
Sunny Show.
Sunny Show is the album.
the album.
Y'all gotta go check that out, man. This shit was made in this apartment. Like, oh man, it's so good. But yeah, right now, it's like that, and then it'll scatter around. Like I'll go on YouTube and find like J. Cole unreleased or like, you know, just like some I don't know. But I'm all over the place. But someone that doesn't ever leave is Young Thug. Like Young Thug will get me through my day for sure. Like for sure.
I love Young Thug.
Yeah.
Are there any before we get out of here?
Mhm.
Are there any last words? Anything? Words of wisdom? Anything funny that you heard today? Whatever you want to say to the people.
I'll say, for all of those that are like looking for inspiration and stuff, go as far as the eyes can see, and then once you get there, you'll see further. And then I don't know. I think it's important that because I'm sure if you're watching this, you're tapped in with Pandora's Music Box and you're tapped in with everything you got going on. That we got like, if you're watching, you're tapped in, and I'm sure you're an expressive individual and you got things going on in your life and you're unique. That's I really want everyone to realize that they're unique and everyone's words are insanely powerful. You got to watch what you say out loud because half the time that will become real. So I want everybody to express themselves and like really like say what they want because saying it out loud, you probably get what you want if you work for it. But just continue to be creative, colorful, have a good soul, and just show the people who you are. I guess that's what I would say. Just almost leave on. But yeah, appreciate you, bro. It was
nice having you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great doing this. I appreciate y'all.
Cut.
Strike shit like a python, right hand like Tyson, let bygones be bygones. I try hitting my phone for the right check, now the time's gone, my hand on typewriter.